Hello, hello, how's everybody doing today? Hello, Stargazers. Hello, Murdoch. Hello, Grendel. Hope everything is going well. I think we've got everything figured out here. I feel like I'm always, trying to remember how to stream every single time. I don't know if you guys ever feel that way. I always feel like I'm missing something or messing up on something. But how is everybody doing today? Happy Tuesday? Tuesday? Yes, Tuesday. I've completely lost track of all days. I hope you guys are doing well. Guess what I had for lunch today and win a prize? Hint, it is Tuesday. I'm gonna go with tacos then. That's gonna be my guess. No? You said the hint was that it's Tuesday, unless you're just helping me out with the days of the week. What do I always seem to eat on Tuesday? What, I don't normally pay attention to what people's routine food is. Wendy's? I don't know. Spaghetti? Okay. I don't know. I know, like, the different foods you prefer, but I don't know what days you have spaghetti. We joked about this one, did we? I don't remember. I'm sorry. You said that you can't remember what you had for lunch yesterday, so I can't remember about me always speaking. I don't remember having that joke. I don't remember this occurring. I'm so confused. I feel like this was going to occur no matter what I have answered, honestly. Like, it was either going to be the prize or the failure. It was going to happen either way. I'm gonna have to look back through old messages. I genuinely don't remember this. Like, action! That was going to happen regardless. That was just a given. I watched the Dungeons and Dragons movie yesterday with my brother. It was okay. Had some Princess Bride vibes. Ooh, nice. Nice, nice, nice. I didn't know that there was a Dungeons and Dragons movie, but Princess Bride vibes are always good. I am here and I see Vesa once again redeemed for Yoshi. Yes, this is a thing now. Also, are you still a villain? What is going on here? Also, hello, Kaku! Welcome in, welcome in. Do I know what? Do I know what, Vesa? Oh shoot. Okay, I'm gonna need to fix that later. I'm just, like, trying to make sure everything is all set up correctly and noticing things. But how's everybody else doing? Is everyone having a decent week so far? I know it's just the beginning of the week, but is anyone up to any plans or stuff? Stuff or things? Alright, that should be good. I haven't fixed back the original name, so that's why it still says Steve Villain. I know, but your icon here is also very mysterious looking. At least what Essa. Why? It's not a punishment if you only do the original one time? What does that even mean? What does that mean? I don't know what that means. It's not a punishment if you only do the original one time. What? I'm just surprised that you're doing it back to back and not, like, saving it. What is wrong with you? If you had guessed spaghetti, there would have been one Yoshi, but you didn't, so now there's 2 Yoshi. This is the way of the world. Oh. At some point, I'm gonna make you become a Yoshi with me. I am dying. That was a dying Yoshi. I'm sorry. That is my... I am a dying Yoshi. You already turned me into a Yoshi? Technically, all I did was provide the ability. Dealing with other half, haven't caught the Rona. Ooh, that's not fun, Murdoch. I hope they feel better. I still have All for One space on my profile. Let me fix it. I don't know what that is, but I believe that. Oh, wait, is that... Is that a JoJo thing? I'm gonna guess that's a JoJo thing. I'm upset with ringing again? My eyes slide behind my head and I'm worrying. Huh. I'm sorry to hear that, Grendel. I wish I knew rigging so that I could, like, help you fix the rigging. I'm sorry about that. That's strange, though. That's a weird one. Also, C-Hero, I'm not seeing the anime redeem thing pull up here. All for One is the villain from My Hero Academia? Okay. It sounded JoJo-ish, so I wasn't sure. But I haven't seen JoJo or My Hero, so my apologies. I still say you should definitely get your hands in Live 2D. I would love to. Yeah, someday. Someday I would really love to at some point. I think I just need to, like, find a project where I can take, like, one of my existing assets or something and then just, like, I don't know, just figure out how to make something move back and forth. If I could make something move back and forth, it would help a lot. Just that one simple motion would be nice. I know how to do it in After Effects, but I don't have After Effects, so, like, everything where I just want, like, the simplest stuff. Someday. I've got a lot of projects on the back end, though, so we have quite a busy load already. But it is a goal. Why someday when it could be today? Because I have many things on my plate. I need to watch JoJo. I still need to watch a lot of stuff. If you guys haven't realized, I'm always catching up, I feels like. I'm always catching up with different things. Get a bigger plate or eat some stuff. Yeah, I have a lot of, what do they call it? I have a lot of frogs. I have a lot of frogs to eat. Suna, thank you so much for following on Twitch. Hello. Welcome in. Things to catch up to or things to look forward to? That's true, yeah. No, it's all positive. It's just very slow going, and I feel a little guilty that it's all so slow going, but I'm hoping it will, I'm hoping it will go okay. I have more ideas than you guys are probably aware of, and I'm sure that, like, you also have the same thing. I'm sure that you guys also have so many things that you want to, like, tease and show off and all that, and just can't yet, so... Who doesn't always have a ton of projects? Tatsu, thank you so much for following! Welcome! When you become a VTuber, the downside is you make so much sacrifice, and yet there's still a lot to do. The constant struggle of a content creator. I think it's the reason why so many people quit and don't want to go full-time or just no. Yeah, that's true, yeah. And Vesta's right, it's a phrase about getting stuff done. Yeah, to say that you have to eat a frog is like, you have to do the things you don't want to do. Good times though, Akari in chat. Also hopped over from the YouTube side. Well, welcome from the YouTube side. I didn't hear the sound alert when Tatsu followed. I thought I did for that. I need to make a note on what sound alerts are not working. I remember YouTube was not working. And what was the one last time? I saw the sound alert, but I didn't hear. There was, I think the YouTube sound alert didn't work. I did hear the Twitch one. And I thought there was something else. Ko-fi, maybe? Ko-fi sound alert? I can't remember now. But I'll check those two, because I think that the... Why? Why do you do this to me? What is the... That's like 1,200 points! Why? Yasha! Why? Why? You're so ridiculous. That last one was 10 out of 10, totally worth their teaming thrice. You're insane. I love you, but you're insane. Kaku wants Mew? Alright. I feel like that Yoshi one affected the Mew one. Tatsu, thank you so much for the bits. I really appreciate it. Thank you, thank you. Oh my goodness. Goodness gracious. I will do the anime redeem. I just haven't decided what I want you to draw. No worries, no rush on it. Alright, I think I need to, like, actually start getting to work here. Hi. Alright, we are going to go to our main scene. And we are currently still trying to figure out the horse thing. I lined the horse. I just have to still line the hair. And I was looking at the, trailers, for Tears of the Kingdom, right? And it was interesting, because in the gameplay trailer, they had, where was this? I screenshot everything. The gameplay trailer used a horse that didn't look like Link's main horse, and also, yeah, didn't look like the horse from the Breath of the Wild trailers, and didn't look like any other horse we'd seen. But then, if you look at the cinematic trailers, the non-gameplay ones, it looks like the horse looks like Epona. Like, it's exactly in Epona's coloring, which was an Easter egg with one of the, I want to say it was the Smash Bros. Amiibo or something? So it's not normally a horse found in the game, but it was in the main trailers for Tears of the Kingdom, so I'm wondering if it's potential that Epona could make a comeback based on that, because I don't think they would use an Amiibo-exclusive horse for the cinematic trailers, right? So that kind of got me thinking a lot today. And I was like, I think this might be Epona, but I can't tell. The horse was the king of Hyrule all along. I'll accept it. Horse majesty. Horse archery. The horse was the link we trampled along the way. Jeez, Zuno. Speaking of horse archery, though, in terms of, like, I was looking at, the, various references of, like, Link, wielding bow on a horse. And I found a VTuber who kind of had something similar, and then I sort of realized, like, Talon last stream had said something about having the horse head in the front, and then the body, and then the legs, and I don't think I quite understood it at the time, but I realized that if you have the body and then the legs, but then have the horse head in the front here, then it actually can work with a VTuber. So, like, if we make this really large, right? Then it has a better sense of illusion than I realized beforehand. So this is actually, like, probably not something I'm going to do now, because I want to finish off what we've started, but at some point in the future, I think this could actually be, like, a really fun asset that I hadn't considered before. So, I think I understand now what Talon was trying to communicate beforehand. So that could be really fun. For the horse mechanic, Link just finds any wild horse to catch and mount on. That's how it would work in Breath of the Wild. And there's 3 rare horses: Zelda's horse, Ganon's horse, and the Lord of the Mountain. I have seen those 3. I actually have references for them. I'm thinking that we can do a recolor to make Zelda's horse. Ganon's horse is gonna take a bit of restructuring because it's, like, a very beefy horse. And the other special horse is the one in all of the flashbacks. That is a different horse. There's so many different variants of horses. There's Link's flashback horse, then there's Epona, and then there's, like, the horse that we saw in the gameplay trailer, which isn't either of those. But Link's flashback horse is also the horse in the Breath of the Wild amiibo and the Breath of the Wild trailers. So I'm trying to do my research because I like trying to be as accurate as possible. But anyway, I thought today we would maybe try to focus on painting the horse. I'm not gonna worry too much about the cleanliness of the hair at the moment. I'll probably clean it up later, but because I got the base of the bleh. Because I got the base line art for the horse, I thought that that could be something we could color today. So let me just try to remember where the horse line art is. I think it's over here. And I'm just gonna make a base coat layer, just so we can see what we're doing. And this sketch is getting in the way, isn't it? Alright, let's get rid of that. And we'll just make these selections here. And I'm still gonna pretend that the chest plate isn't there at the moment. This is actually Epona's from Ocarina of Time, so I figured if it is Epona, we get 2 birds with 1 stone, and we can use that as both the Breath of the Wild, Tears of the Kingdom, and Ocarina of Time assets, because look at the trailer if you don't believe me. I'm pretty sure it's Epona. And it's not it's always shown, like, very far away, but it's her white mane, so I'm pretty convinced at this point. Oh, and the other thing that I decided we could add, a little bit of a little bloopy on as a little headpiece, and I might try doing one in the arms. I'm not really sure about that yet, but bloopy on the head can just be, like, a really fun, easy one. Well, at least the Lord of the Mountains, little minions. I figure we may be able to just use Lord of the Mountain, on this base to just not have nearly as long of a face. Well, let's see here. So, where was my paint references here? Wait, I still need to get the base coat? How should I do this? Should I make that? It might be smart if I do how I work it like with the hand assets and make the base and the shading 2 different layers. And then those can always be changed, which is useful. So why don't I just start basing in the shadow color here, which is attached to the base so it doesn't get in the way. And then I can be a lot more painterly and artistic with things, just sort of like trying stuff out. And trying to put in all of the shadow and the muscles and all that. Also, I feel like the nostrils accidentally moved. Did I do that? I might have done that by accident. I think I moved these over a tad without meaning to. Or maybe not. Maybe I just... What did I do here? No, I guess I just made this a little too close. And that's the one thing I hate about the base colors is it's hard to make sure you didn't miss out on the little lines in between here. Alright, we should be good. If only no searcher was that easy. Alright, so then we've got the horse nostrils here. Someone was saying that the nostrils looked too big last time, and I'm like, nope, look at a horse. They're pretty large. If you look at a horse, you will see that this is not that much of an exaggeration. Well, I mean, you can use the interwebs to look at a horse. You don't have to go out into a stable and... Is this Zora's domain? I think it is. That should be good, and then a little more on the muscle. So, like, just by adding the shading where the musculature is, look at how much the form of the horse changes. It's kind of like airbrushing a cosplay. Like, it immediately comes to life once you put everything together, you know? It feels very similar to airbrushing a cosplay, in my opinion. Or like, if any of you guys do, miniature painting. It's like when you get that, zenithal shading on. Just makes the whole thing come together in a nice way, which is really cool. My method for 40k painting was just doing base colors and then drowning it in pet head black. Fair enough. I think, like, for me, when it comes to figure painting, my favorite technique is dry brushing. There's something so satisfying about dry brushing. I don't know why. Like, I use wet washes, but dry brushing just somehow feels like the most amusing, I guess. Alright, let's see if we can get the chest muscles to show here. This part might be a little bit tricky. Because I'm also turning the head, so it doesn't quite match with my references. Let me also remove the little holster there. I kind of like how that takes up some room visually and makes it easier to... kind of like that. Alright, then there's like the center of the horse. Dragon Roost Island best Zelda song. I really want them to port Wind Waker and Twilight Princess so badly. Because I'm realizing, like, from talking to Taka and others, I'm realizing like how much of Twilight Princess I've forgotten, and I always say that it's been like my favorite of the series, so I'm like, I really need them to port that to the Switch. I feel disturbed as to how much I've forgotten about Twilight Princess. I need to fix it. Alright, and taking Grendel's advice, I also grabbed references of Spirit. So that will hopefully help us with, like, horse musculature. In the exaggerated sense. No games, only art. Well, that's quite a difference than what you used to say. That's quite the opposite. Beef horse. I have to make it beef horse because it has to get in the way of the VTuber. If it doesn't get in the way, then it doesn't work. It has to be very intrusive. And as a result, that means it has to be really beefy. I just realized I missed a little bit on the line art here. Let me just fix that real quick. And then I need to clean up the base because I missed this color. There we go. Alright, better, better. Go back to the shading. I'm being your shoulder devil, you're supposed to fight back about why you're allowed to play game. And I just immediately accepted. Hang on, I need to figure out horse muscle for a second. Because I don't quite understand this yet. I think it's like this, and then this is just like shadow, so this should probably be a little softer. Let's try that. And then if I can soften the shadow, then it should hopefully like just smooth out better. Where's the I need the shading. There we go. That helps. I need to make sure that I'm doing something that is a mix of blending and still having a little bit of the of the paint strokes so that it doesn't just look like a random, so it doesn't look too airbrushed, but I have to airbrush it in the beginning just to establish where things go. And then I have to go back and fix it. Because otherwise it's just gonna look like an airbrushed mess. Hello K-pop, hello Jay. How are you both doing today? Hope you're both doing well. Yeah, I need to make sure I don't go too overboard with this, but I just need to make sure I'm softening the edges. And this should eventually look like Epona. But I'm trying to do it all on one layer so that we will be able to swap out the shadow color as we change horses. You know, it's like your character selection screen. So now I've gone like a little too soft, and then I'm gonna have to go back and add a little more visual interest. But that's okay, because this is how I was intentionally piecing things out. I don't know if I want to spend the anime redeem now or wait for more. You can do whichever you prefer. This is a horse for the medieval version of Need for Speed. What does that mean? Alright. How... If I make this, like, smaller, then I'll be able to blend it but still keep some sharp edges, which is good. I think. That should work, right? I don't know enough about horse racing to understand your references. Or car racing, in this case. Maybe? I don't know. I don't know what you're referencing. I can't. I am of no help right now. I just draw horse. See, as I make the brush smaller, I'm getting a little more, detailed with it, so I can start having things that look a little bit more, sharp and stylized. I'm still trying to figure out the musculature. Where did that reference go of Link's? There we go. I'm looking at so many different references of horses. That's insane. This is what I'm doing to try to... Here, I'll show you guys real quick. This is what I'm trying to do to understand the horses. There be many horses that I am trying to figure out. This is my life. Oh, that's the other set. Oh no, I have an entire spirit section all in the other corner too. I think that all got cropped. I have like realistic photos of horses and then spirit. Perfect balance. There's a part of me that saw, Callie's, whatchamacallit, cowboy model, because you said cowboy hat and it just reminded me, and I was going to offer to make her a horse asset, and then yeah, sheriff model, and then I quickly realized that that's apparently a really bad idea, but it makes me sad because I would have really loved to make like a custom version of this. But I've learned that that's apparently not a great idea. But still, I think it would have been fitting at least. There we go. I think that's getting a little more accurate. I like the one with the military girl riding the horse. I figured you would. Quiet day at work, just gonna look a bit. Collect points, think about the anime, redeem, work on content. Alright. Did I just see Rayless fly by the art stuff? Yeah, I think Rayless is in the beach piece in this slideshow. Where did this go? There's so many different, like, ways to shade this face. So I'm trying to figure out, like, what's the best approach. I'm also trying to figure out, like, what stylization should this have, you know? Because there's so many, like... I'm not great at doing, like, cell shading. Like, full-on, like, Idolmaster cell shading. So I'm trying to add something that's a little bit more painterly. But... yeah, I'm trying to figure out, like, what's the right balance here. Especially when comparing to, like... That's one thing I always think about with assets, is, like, how do other VTubers look, and how does that affect the rendering of the asset, you know? It was the KH styled piece? Oh, yeah. Rayless is already also in that. Do I have Rayless in the... I don't think I have, Rayless in the beach piece in the slideshow here, but now when you say the KH piece, I know what you're talking about. I know one VTuber is a horse VTuber. Who is that? I've seen a lot of unicorn VTubers, but I don't usually see horse ones. There's also the Pegasus one, I think. I saw people using a joke live 2D horse model. And again, it just made me wish I knew live 2D. Because it's basically just this, but moving. Most free assets don't fit me. I'm sorry, Suno. I unfortunately just have to go with, like, what fits the majority, but... You know, I do want to open for customs at some point, which would involve, like, custom fitting to each VTuber's size and whatnot. I think what I like to try to do is, like a cel-shaded look and then a little bit of, like, shading that blends it but still allows the line to show through. I think that that can sometimes be a good style. Not a complaint, just the way it is. I wish I could, like, make assets fit everybody. Unfortunately, that's like... You know, that's like trying to make a dress that fits both a fairy princess and a dragon. It doesn't, sadly doesn't work as nicely as it could. I wish it did though, you know? It'd be nice if it could like change shape or something. Can people just resize assets to work? Yeah, you can scale an asset, but you can't really warp it that easily. Yeah, you can definitely scale an asset. For sure. Chibi-Doki was a dragon magical girl of sorts. Is Chibi-Doki a dragon? I know she has horns. What is her... I don't know much about her lore. Alright. Face is probably good. Aside from whatever's going on here, which I'm not really sure yet, but that's fine. Make a little bit of a highlight on the edge here. And I should probably think of this as if the hair isn't there as well, so everything's like smooth and blends nicely. Trying to think of it in either use case, if we were to like change up the hairstyle, you know? I'm trying to make this as versatile as I can, so I have to think about what is over and under and everything. See what I can do here for the ears. And again, I'm seeing this as if the hair isn't there, so I have to think about all the different use cases. Trying to think about how the shadow on that ear goes. Maybe something like that. And this probably has like a little bit of highlight in the front. And then probably some backlight here. I think that will work. Kind of making this up as I go slightly. The song makes me think of France. I don't know why. Horse VTuber's name is Luca Jin. She is a longtime content creator in the Let's Play community. She became a VTuber and her model is based on a horse. She's a horse VTuber. Interesting. I did not know that. She did a lore switch. She's a virtual girl living inside the viewer's computer, but she is also a dragon magical girl. Interesting. Alright. I'm just adding a little bit of shading here to get some more shape for the inside. Since I didn't draw that with line art, I need to mimic that with the color. And then I might soften it just a bit so it's not as obvious. Should be good. And then let me just go back to this body. I'm still trying to figure out what this needs, frankly. And I think I'm getting confused because there's like... the neck muscle kind of looks like it goes halfway. How does this work? It's kind of this like split here almost. No. What am I looking at? I need to like... Alright, I think this makes sense. It has to go from the back of the ear here. Alright, okay, this is logical to me now. I was trying to figure out how the musculature goes, but if it, like, is probably attached more, closer to the neck. So this whole... the neck has to move with the head. You can't just have the head move. Both have to be moving. This makes sense to me now. I just have to add another layer for the shading where the hair is. And then it looks like sometimes there's just shadow here. Just from where the head is, basically. And then... alright. I'm happy it's actually starting to make more sense to me now. And then I'm trying to figure out the shoulder muscles. I'm trying to figure out the chest and the shoulder a bit, so, like... right here, and... there's probably gonna be a little bit of a bounce light here. This probably won't be shown in most cases. This is just like, so there's extra to work with if people move the model. And I have to make sure that I don't try to paint the shadow with another color, because that'll mess up everything. I can only erase. I'm limited to erasing. I have to make sure that I keep to that. Only erasing. Everything gets messed up if I don't do that. I'm trying to make that a little subtler. And then I might just move that over a bit with liquify so that it's a little more even. I think here. And then I almost wish that I had a little bit more texture in it, so I might add that back in. And then let me just figure out the muscles of the arms. Once this is all figured out, we'll be able to change the colors to match Epona closer, which will be good. And I think I'm also going to add a little bit more brush texture to sort of make it look like short horse fur. I'm trying to not make this look flat. I'm trying to get the roundedness of the muscle. But I'm also kind of losing the effect here that I want. I wish that was higher resolution. It's 80 degrees here, nice today, but pollen bugs me, and I have no reason to go outside except just to wander around. It's already 80 degrees where you are? That seems kind of early. Why is that bothering me so much? I'll just leave it darker. Just trying to get the... There we go. And there's a person in the way of that reference, so I can't use that. These are not helpful. people in the ways of these horses. Can't use it. I think this is good though. And then there's one more muscle here. At least that's what I'm seeing with Epona. I don't want it to look that flat though. You guys can see what I was saying with, like, making things look a little too flat and fuzzy. So I'm trying to make sure that I still have definition after. I don't want it to look too airbrushed, basically, and it looks very, very airbrushed right now, so I'm gonna fix that. Please don't tell me I was painting with a different color. Shoot. Was I blending or was I painting? Darn it. Alright. I don't know where I was doing that. Ah! Alright, let me just... That was probably... Alright, that's color, that's blending. I don't know what I was doing up to there, so let's try that again. You can't airdrop any of these yeah, you can't eyedrop any of these colors when you're trying to work with the technique I'm trying to do anyway. Okay. I think we've almost figured this part out. I'm sorry, I'm still trying to figure this out as I go on stream as well, so my apologies. Weather my state's basically rolling a T20 every day. On Friday it's supposed to be 60 and rainy. Oof. It's storming bad here right now? I'm sorry about that. I hope the storm subsides soon. Unless you like the rain. I know some people like the sound of rain while they're working. It's crazy to me how useful the references for Ocarina of Time are. To try to figure out horse muscles. Very, very applicable here. Probably the best reference I've been able to find for this project, honestly. Which is lucky. Alright. We've got our very muscly horse. And I'm just moving away any shadow here. That's going to be on another layer, just so we don't mess up anything going forward. Because not messing up future projects would be good. I'm just gonna move that over so it's not as soft looking. And then what I'm going to try doing, let's see, where's that anime picture that did it very well? Alright, over here, wherever the shadow is meeting the light, I'm gonna try doing some quick strokes here. Alright, the shadow's kind of a little bit over the whole thing, so how are we gonna do this? Maybe, let me see if I can use a fingertip. Does that work? That'll work. Okay. Awesome. You can see over here, I'm using a, like a blending tool. And I'm just kind of going over it a bit where the shadow meets the light. And creating some short horse fur. And it's giving us a little bit more interest in texture. Gorlith! You don't know what we've already been through! I blame Vesa. Vesa has amassed an army, and I'm now convinced. I will wait until the intense sawn is over. Otherwise, it seems like it doesn't really work. But welcome in, Corlith. Welcome in. I hope you're doing well today. Doing great, even better now that Vesa's happier. It's good when Vesa's happy, but why is it always at my own expense? Well, I'm happy with how the shading technique is coming out here with the horse fur. That's making me happy right now. I feel accomplished. Fair, fair. All right.
Ring! Ow!
Ay-ya. Ay-ya. Alright, that's a little too intense. Maybe that would have been better to actually make... Well, that's fine. That can just be fairly subtle, I think. Let's try this. Oh, shoot! Shoot, I didn't mean to do that. Darn it. Alright. Try that again. This is working too well, honestly. So I need to soften it a bit, and then try it again. Maybe I just won't have it on the face. I just want to do a tiny bit of subtle... Well, maybe it looks best when it's not on the face. Maybe it looks too shaggy otherwise. Alright. Let's try something like that, maybe? That's probably fine. See, I'm setting this all this up so that, you know, it's just kind of like a one and done thing. Ears as well, or no? No, maybe not. Maybe inside, though. I think that works. I think we have horse now. And let's get the eye in there. We have scary horse at the moment. Alright, what kind of eyes does Epona have? None of this is very helpful. I think they're blue. Keep a copy of Scary Horse for Halloween. Why are we doing, like, some kind of headless horseman thing? What have you got? What do you have in your head? Alright. Trying to get, like, a nice light blue thing going on here. Ah! Horse is moving without me here. No, wait, how do I want to do this? I want to do, like, a pink or something, and then give it like a nice glow effect. Made this a little too large. Try to clean that up again. Maybe that's a little too cartoony. That might just be like going back a little too far. That's a little too Ocarina of Time styled. Ironically. Alright, let's try going back a little bit. Why can't I get this? Maybe that'll work. Make this a little bit darker, and then... oh, shoot. Did I just paint over it? What did I just do? I can't tell how large the highlight should be. Probably a little too intense. I'll try reducing it a little bit. Remember what you said about the alternative horse asset? This is kind of a spoiler for JoJo, but there's a stand that has a horse for part of its body. Do you mean like we could use the one with the legs sticking out? Is that what you're trying to tell me? This is the nice thing about the horse space, is that we will be able to just add like any kind of... I am messing up this highlight. Alright, let me put the shine on another layer. Because I like weirdly can't get that today. I'll try that. And then I want to do a glow technique here. Or at least attempt to. Well, maybe that doesn't work for this. Sometimes you just have to keep experimenting and going back and forth. No, maybe not. Maybe we just need like a... something a little bit more animal-like. Not really showing much of the whites, I think. And then... are these all for the eye? This is all for the eye. I wish I knew how to do like some of the crazy eye rendering that people can do. I'm still trying to figure out the style for that. And then, let me see. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Can't tell if the eye white looks creepy or not. Maybe it should just be more traditional. This is a little too cartoony unless we're doing Spirit or something. Which, you know, maybe later. Gonna head out and meet with some people, gonna end lurk. Good luck with the art and don't go horsing around. Thank you, Grundle, I appreciate that. All the fun with your friends. Speaking of eyes, I'm still trying to fix the blinking issue in VTube Studio, so cleaning the lens didn't help. There is a part of me that is kind of wondering if it does have to do with, like, how it was rigged. I don't know. That's what I'm saying. Oh my god. If I knew Live 2D, I could help friends that were having Live 2D trouble. I need to learn this. There we go. That should be fine. And then let's change this to Epona's colors. So this is good for our base that I'm really hoping I haven't changed by accident. I'm going to throw this in a layer so that I don't mess up when I want to copy it over. And then, moment of truth, if we change these colors, is it going to affect anything? And my hopeful answer is no. So first let's see if that's like the base color for Epona. And I think this is fairly close. I'm looking at Breath of the Wild and Ocarina of Time and Twilight Princess. And then if we go to shading, alright, let's just make the base a little bit lighter. A little less, tiny bit less red. And then this also needs to be a little bit less red. Try that. Vesta in general. Jeez. It'll work sometimes, then either keep blinking when I'm not blinking at all, or just keep the eyes shut. That is really strange, honestly. I am wondering, if it is a rigging thing or not, but I don't know. I do know, I don't like bothering them much because I think they're pretty busy. I do know one person who's like really good at live 2D troubleshooting. I might try reaching out to them and seeing if they might know anything. Ah, shoot. This is from trying to base color things in an incorrect fashion. Remember I was saying before that, like, the lines show through? That's what happens. I hate this. Try to clean that up a bit. And I should also remember to copy it over to the backup, just so I don't mess up in multiple areas, multiple times. I think we got it for everything else. It was just that one area. Just sort of going over and making sure it's all cleaned up and everything. I think we're good. Throw the shading back on. Look at, seriously, I'm just, I love shading because look at how much of a difference this makes. It's a whole different horse. It's a horse of a different color, you could say. I like puns too. Chocolate horse to buff horse. Horses in general just look buff, I think. This is probably a little bit more than usual, just because I had to make the arms larger. I'm still not getting the color that I need though. What is missing? What needs to change? Let me try this. Let me try making the bottom of the shadow darker and the top lighter. Well, now it's just like realistic horse. Now it's like almost Attack on Titan feeling. I'm gonna try to make this like a little lighter. Maybe? It's also on multiply. Maybe if we change that and just make like the whole thing darker on its own. How does that affect things? Can't really tell what that looks like, but... Alright. We'll try it that way. Sometimes being able to have full control over the color is better. So I'll try adjusting that, and then... Is the base coat not right? I think the base coat's still off. Or let me see if I can... Yeah, the color's not there yet. And I keep thinking it's like either too red or something. Maybe it looks better from your guys' view than mine. I think what I might try is doing a layer over the base and then making the face a little bit lighter. So that things don't look so drab. Maybe it'll also look better once the hair is on it, now that I'm thinking about it. Maybe that's like a big thing it needs, is the hair. What else? Maybe a little bit here. Needs a little bit more contrast and nicer hair. Yeah, that's looking better. So I'll just call this a highlight. And then the muzzle is also a gray. So I'll do that real quick. That's definitely gonna be done with the multiply layer. And then she also has like a white stripe on her forehead, so I don't want to forget that either. It's also gonna have to be adjusted with the shadow layer. I have to add a little bit here on the top so we can see the separation of her mouth. Which luckily all the shading so far has built on it, so that was a lucky break. We'll make this the stripe. Which I'm not entirely sure where to go with that, but... Oh, is there shading in the way here too? Yes, there is. Okay. Hide that momentarily, just so I know what I'm doing, just so I can see what I'm doing. trying to think of a way I can texture this a little bit more. Maybe not. And then I'll go back into the shading, make sure that the white color is not affected. I know I'm still missing something, but I don't quite know what it is yet. There's probably some shading here. Trying to not make the eye look like it's just thrown on top. Meeting time with the boss? I hope it goes well, Corlith. Thank you for the lurk. I tried with the iPhone in USB mode and it works perfectly, so the problem is definitely not the model but the camera. Interesting. What were you using for the camera before? C920? I wonder why that is, though. And I'm guessing that since we've talked, you've cleaned the camera, right? Not trying to be insulting, genuinely asking. I think it's looking more and more like Epona as we go. I just cleaned the camera earlier, yep. The bad part is I still haven't bought the mobile version of VTube Studio. Meeting canceled? Corlith, what did you do? That is strangely convenient. A little better to be able to actually see the nostrils. Maybe that's a little too much detail. I just need to bump it up a tiny bit. That's probably fine. I work for a company that provides customers big data analytics capabilities. That sounds interesting. No, I was joking. You said that you had to go to a meeting. Then you said, "Oh, the meeting was canceled." I'm like, "Well, that's convenient." I think I'm going to. I don't have the hair. I don't have the hair lined yet, but I kind of just want to test throwing in some color and see how that goes. Just to get a better idea of things, you know? I see why in all of the promo art, Epona is like almost a bright red, because it would be really hard to see her otherwise. So I can't really tell if I should go with like the bright red for Ocarina of Time or the sort of more subdued Easter egg look in Breath of the Wild. I'm really hoping that people get a kick out of this. Epona and Zelda's horse are gonna be free, but then I'm hoping to sort of do like... I'm gonna test paid versions of like a ton of other horse characters that we can use this with, including like Robot Unicorn. Thank you, Vessa, for the idea. We're gonna see how it goes. I think it could be fun. We've got Epona's hair here. I think there just needs to be more contrast. What is up that is throwing me off? I don't really know what it is. Something's throwing me off and I can't place it. What happens if I was to multiply this? Yeah, maybe it just needs a little bit more contrast. Maybe that's it. Not that much, though. It just needs, like... That might work better. That's a little nicer. Yeah, I know, the shadow's a little off. There we go. And then what could we use for the hair shadow that would be like... It is white, right? Yeah. Let's try this. And then we'll try painting it back in. Adding light instead of adding shadow. Which makes sense because... dark is just the absence of light, so it makes more sense sometimes to add in the light. What was your idea? The robot unicorn VTuber. The main needs more definition? Yeah. It just needs, like... I probably need to push the contrast a bit more. I might paint it and then, like, add in the shadow later. I'm not really sure how I want to do that. Or not the shadow, the line art. Something like this, perhaps? See if we can... to really try pushing that contrast. Something like that. I'm worried that I'm maybe going too muscular, but I'm looking at Epona, and Epona's pretty dang muscular. Can't really tell. I mean, I could be making this part less so, but then it's harder to cover up with the model. But you know, let's see where we're at right now. Let's try duplicating this girl here. And bringing this all the way up. Be behind, right? Yeah. And let's move Cass for a second. Come on. There we go. That's why the muscles have to be as large as they are. What do you guys think? Is it like... It's probably the best I can make it look. I can't really think of any other way to do it. I'm thinking the eye might be a tad too realistic now. Try softening it a little bit. Said you could never teach a dolphin to try. I also said throwing a master ball at a Rayquaza and Red Health will almost always catch it. That was... Where was that from? That was weird. I'm hoping this looks okay. I think what I might end up doing is, doing the best I can with this asset. making any future PNG tuber have the same head, but a different torso, so that it's not as muscular, but instead a little bit more of a side view. And then I might try playing along with Talon's idea with the legs on the side, and then finding like different skirt, pant, asset looking type things. I feel like this works enough for like a first test in this concept. Is there anything else that I should be changing that just doesn't quite sit right yet? Is there anything that's just like that really needs a review? I understand the bar for game journalism is low, but how do you not know Master Ball always has 100% success rate? I don't know. Oh my, wait, what was the, what was it? There was an official Pokemon, guidebook out in the 90s, and it said something like, you might want to save your Master Ball for a really rare Pokemon, and now I forget what it was. It was like, I don't know, maybe something you could find in the Safari Zone. What Pokemon was that? It was Fearow. Oh my gosh, you're right, it was Fearow. Chansey I would have actually believed, because those were probably the hardest Pokemon to catch. But yeah, Fearow, of all things. It's good? Alright, I'm glad to hear that. You know, I think that for Epona especially, and I mentioned this earlier, I think it'll really look nicer when we have, like, the saddle thing, because that's gonna help, like, create, whatchamacallit, it'll help fill the negative space. So I think once we have the saddle on there, it'll also look good. I think it sits there. I'm trying to make sure it's sitting in the right place. It might go a little bit lower. I just don't want it to mess with that line. I don't want to create tangents. Maybe this might also help show that there's like the angle difference of the arms. But yeah, once this is... Yeah, that's better. Okay. Once this is like fully fleshed out, I think that fill of negative space will help a lot for Epona in particular. I don't know if the other horses have it. I don't think they do. I think they have like saddles and bridles. But it'll at least help on Epona, I think. You can't catch Chansey with Master Ball in Gen 1. It's only in the Safari Zone. Right, you can't. Yeah, you have to use Safari Balls for that. Never mind. No, you're right. That's what made it impossible. It's been a while since I played the originals. But no, you're right. That's what made it so painful. Just trying to make the buckle here a little bit larger. But yeah, I think that'll be good. I think that will add more dimension. I might just start making these up, just so it fills the horse space. It can be like where you'd put a name tag. I don't know, like a dog collar, but huge. Catching one is all up to chance. But, you know, if Chansey was designed for the Safari Zone, it wouldn't surprise me. Because, I mean, it's the main Pokemon of the Safari Zone, so it was probably, like, designed with the intent to be that irritating. Alright. But I think we've pretty much figured out our horse space at this rate. I'm on the fence with the eye. Can't quite tell. Maybe if the mouth is a little more visible, I don't know. I'm gonna have to come back and look at it again and see what needs to be changed. And I still have to do the painting and line art for the dragons and Bloopy and everything. That's probably gonna be off stream. But I'm glad that we got a lot done for the horse, because that's sort of the iconic thing, and I can throw it into the set pretty easily now. And then when we want to do Zelda's horse, it's literally just a matter of changing the color, which is why that is specifically why I kept the shading layer on its own layer here, so that when we change it, it's very simple. What do you mean, Epona is Zelda's horse? No, we can change the color to Zelda's horse. So, for example, like, I mean, I could probably do this really quickly, actually. I'm gonna call this layer Epona, and I'm gonna call this one, what was her horse's name? Did I write it down? No, I don't think I did. I don't remember what her horse's name was. But if we just go here with the shading and the base, then we can very quickly change it up. And of course, apparently oh, highlights. Yeah. Easy change, easy custom horse. I think I know what I want. Can you draw Ash, Ketchum, and Pikachu in celebration, since last episode with them was aired 2 weeks ago? Ooh. You know, yeah, Vessa, you're reading my mind. I want to do this, but 10 minutes isn't going to justify it. I'm going to keep this up so that I know it's a redeem, but I think I want to give that more, I think I want to give that more treatment. I'm going to, See here, I'm going to accept this as a redeem, but I'm going to save it. I don't want to do this. No, I'm gonna do like a special case. Like, I'm gonna take this as like a 12k redeem, but I'm going to give it more time. I'm not going to do it today, but I kind of want to give this like at least like a half hour to hour type piece. I'm gonna have to think about this one. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to... I might extend this to like a half hour. Because I think it would deserve that. It would still be like a redeem, but I think I'm gonna like increase the value of the redeem for this piece in particular. I don't think it's something that I'm going to be doing today, but I'm gonna hold this, I'm gonna keep this up. It's not gonna go away. And I'm thinking like, see, Saturday I was thinking of maybe doing like a, oh my gosh, I need to figure out my schedule a little bit. Yeah, Sunday's Easter, so I was going to do Easter assets, but I might do some of them off stream. I might try splitting this next stream. I might try doing like half of it for this and half of it for something else. And I'm not entirely sure what that something else is going to be yet, but yeah, I think I want to give that more attention. I'm upgrading your redeem. I think that would be the best way to do it. Because yeah, that's something I'm gonna have to put a little more thought into. You've been upgraded to first class. Exactly, yeah. Yeah, I think that's gonna get some special treatment for next stream. I'm gonna put more effort into that, I think. I think that'll be good. I think it caused too much inconvenience. No, it's good. I think it's a worthy piece to do. So I think I'm gonna figure out where that will fit in. I think I regret it? No, don't regret it. It's a really good idea. It's a really good idea. I'm trying to think about how I can, like, make it worthwhile. No, don't regret it. It's good. I otherwise don't think I would have done it. Did you want to change it to something else? All right. I'll let you think about it if you want. That's totally fine. It's not going anywhere. This is just something that I'm trying to do for fun. If the point of it is that you like it being done in 10 minutes, then that's something, but you know, I'll keep it up there. You can decide when you want. But anyway, I think we're gonna wrap things up there. Not really sure what I'm gonna be doing for Saturday's stream, but we will figure it out. So, thank you all for coming. I hope you all have a great rest of your day, evening, or night, and all the best, Stargazers. Thanks so much.